By now, everyone knows about Gervonta Davis's house being burned down by some unknown culprits. But hear this. Our insiders claims that the culprits had affiliations with none other than Devin Haney. You heard that right. Devin's fans arsoned Davis's house. Now, before we go any further, our sources are trusted, but the info isn't yet confirmed, so tread accordingly. So, picture this. The ongoing drama between Haney and Davis just hit a turbulent zone as reports flood in about diehard Devin Haney supporters finding themselves on the wrong side of the law. Allegedly, these fervent fans are now trading in their team jerseys for prison jumpsuits, accused of setting Gervonta Davis's house on fire. Yep, you heard it right. They set the man's house ablaze. The boxing world, still reeling from the aftermath of Davis's affordable housing project going up in flames, took another unexpected turn as law enforcement stepped into this bizarre chapter of the ongoing feud between the two fighters. Casual aggression was on full display as one of the arrested individuals, identified as a devoted Haney supporter, allegedly stated, "We had to send a message to Tank. He can't just come into our territory and act like he owns the place. Haney's the real king, and we won't let anyone forget it." This unexpected development has added a new layer of intensity to the rivalry, bringing real-life consequences to the often volatile world of professional boxing. But why resort to arson? The motives behind this alleged act are murkier than a foggy swamp at midnight. Some speculate it's payback for the fire at Davis's recently acquired properties, while others believe it's an attempt to assert dominance in the ongoing feud between the two fighters. Social media, being the drama hotspot it is, exploded with a mix of shock, disbelief, and condemnation as fans grappled with the news. One user, expressing disbelief, commented, "I can't believe they actually went and did something like this. It's next level crazy." Hold on to your gloves, because the drama doesn't stop there. Another alleged Haney supporter, now comfortably residing in custody, was reported to have boldly stated, "Gervonta thought he could play with fire. Well, now he knows what happens when you mess with the wrong people." It's like a script, straight out of a Hollywood thriller, but this one is unfolding in the unpredictable world of professional boxing. Now let's talk consequences. This unexpected and controversial turn of events has raised serious questions about the influence of athletes on their fan base. Trash talking and intense competition are par for the course in boxing. But when fan loyalty takes a potentially dangerous turn, we're in uncharted territory. As the legal proceedings unfold, both Davis and Haney are likely to face increased scrutiny and pressure to address the situation. While neither boxer has officially commented on the arrests, the implications for their public image and the sport as a whole are significant. One boxing enthusiast, reflecting on the escalating tensions, shared, "We love the drama inside the ring, but this is taking it way too far. It's a sport, and athletes should be able to compete without fearing for their safety outside of it." But this incident is not just about the legal consequences for those behind bars. It might just prompt a broader conversation within the boxing community about the responsibility of athletes in managing the behavior of their fan base. In an age where social media amplifies both positive and negative sentiments, athletes find themselves in uncharted territory. Now, let's fast forward a bit. As the investigation continues, one can't help but wonder if this shocking incident will mark a turning point in the relationship between Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis. While the two fighters have engaged in verbal sparring in the past, the alleged involvement of Haney's fans in criminal activity adds a new and unsettling dimension to their rivalry. In the unpredictable world of professional boxing, where theatrics and drama often play a pivotal role in promoting matchups, this real-life twist serves as a stark reminder that the consequences of such behavior can extend far beyond the ring. As fans and pundits alike await further developments, the sport finds itself grappling with a troubling intersection of competition, passion, and, now, criminal activity. So what does all this mean for the future of these two fighters and the sport they represent? The fallout from this incident could extend beyond the legal consequences for the arrested individuals. It might prompt a broader conversation within the boxing community about the responsibility of athletes in managing the behavior of their fan base, especially in an age where social media amplifies both positive and negative sentiments. As we navigate this maze of speculation, it's essential to remember that even in the midst of this chaos, the essence of boxing as a sport should not be overshadowed. While it's undeniable that rivalries and intense competition are the lifeblood of the game, We must draw the line at actions that endanger lives and tarnish the reputation of the sport. And as the investigation rolls on, you can't help but wonder if this crazy incident will be a turning point in the Haney-Davis saga. Verbal jabs are one thing, but when Haney's fans allegedly start playing with fire, literally, it adds a layer of crazy sauce to the rivalry. In the unpredictable world of pro boxing, where the hype and theatrics often steal the spotlight, this real-life drama is like a heavyweight punch to the gut. It's a stark reminder that the consequences of fan fervor can spill out of the ring and into real life. As we sit on the edge of our seats, munching on popcorn, the big question looms, will this incident change the game for Haney and Davis? Who knows? The only certainty right now is that boxing just got a taste of competition, passion, and a sprinkle of criminal spice. So there you have it, folks. A wild ride through the latest gossip in the world of Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis. And remember, this is just the tip of the iceberg. The boxing ring may be where the action starts, but it looks like it's spilled out into the streets too. Stay tuned for the next round of this unexpected bout. You won't want to miss it. Now, let's dive even deeper into the aftermath of this shocking event. The repercussions are rippling through the boxing community like shockwaves, prompting not only discussions about the responsibility of athletes, but also stirring up some wild rumors about what might have truly fueled this fiery feud. Rumor has it that the long-standing rivalry between Haney and Davis goes beyond the boxing ring. Whispers in the boxing corridors suggest personal animosity fueled by a dispute over a sponsorship deal that went south. Allegedly, both fighters had their eyes on a lucrative contract with a major sports brand, and when it slipped through their fingers, tensions skyrocketed. You heard that right. It seems the business side of boxing might have played a significant role in turning this sporting rivalry into a real-life inferno. The alleged involvement of Haney's fans in the Arson attack is now seen by some as a desperate move to reclaim a sense of control and dominance after the perceived loss in the sponsorship battle. But of course, take this rumor with a grain of salt. It's the kind of gossip you'd hear in the shadows of a boxing gym, where speculation often outweighs facts. Yet, it adds another layer to the already complex narrative surrounding this unexpected clash of fan loyalty, personal vendettas, and the blurred lines between sport and business. Now, let's not forget about the impact on the boxing community itself. The fallout from this incident is forcing not just fighters, but also promoters, managers, and even the governing bodies of the sport to reassess how they handle the passionate fan base that fuels the boxing spectacle. Word on the street is that promoters are now contemplating additional security measures at events, fearing that fan rivalries could escalate beyond social media banter and spill into real-world violence. You heard it here. The boxing world might be on the brink of a fan code of conduct, with stricter regulations and consequences for those who cross the line. This incident has also reignited debates about the role of social media in stoking the flames of rivalry. It's no secret that these platforms amplify both admiration and animosity, turning once constructive rivalries into potential powder kegs. The question now is whether the boxing community will take a more active role in moderating online interactions to prevent them from boiling over into real-world consequences. But hey, let's not get too serious. After all, we're talking about a sport that thrives on drama, right? The latest buzz around the water cooler is that some fighters are embracing the chaos, seeing it as an opportunity to hype up potential matchups and secure more lucrative deals. You heard that right? In the world of boxing, no publicity is bad publicity, and some fighters are capitalizing on the sensationalism surrounding the Haney-Davis incident to boost their own profiles. The more eyes on the sport, the better, or so the theory goes. In the midst of all this, the big question remains, what's next for Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis? Well, here's where the rumor mill really starts to churn. Whispers suggest that behind closed doors, negotiations for a potential showdown between the two fighters are heating up. Promoters, always hungry for a blockbuster bout, see an opportunity to turn this real-life drama into a pay-per-view spectacle. You heard it here first. There's talk of a mega fight on the horizon, one that could potentially be the most anticipated clash in recent boxing history. The narrative practically writes itself, the clash of titans, fueled by personal vendettas, and fan-driven fury, all under the spotlight of the boxing world. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The ink on this chapter of the Haney-Davis saga is still fresh, and there's much to unfold before we see these two warriors face off in the ring. Negotiations, legal proceedings, and the ever-churning rumor mill will continue to shape the narrative in the coming weeks. So, my friends, fasten your seatbelts because the drama in the world of Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis is far from over. Whether it's fueled by personal animosity, business rivalries, or simply the insatiable appetite for spectacle, one thing's for sure, the world of boxing has been shaken to its core, and we're all along for the wild, unpredictable ride. Stay tuned for the next round of this sensational saga. You won't want to miss it.